Judge Merchan is freaking out after a juror said this on social media. Y'all gotta check this out.
This trial. It's not official yet, but we have the first bit of evidence that this thing is going to get a mistrial based on a leak on Facebook. I have the documents here, and this is going to break Alvin Bragg and Juan Merchan's hearts, and that's a good thing. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. As we watch this, the Trump felony under scrutiny. Now, this is from a legal letter that Juan Merchan was required to send out to both the prosecutors and the defense. Here's the document. We'll just put it up on screen here. This is from the Supreme Court of the state of New York, from the desk of Juan M. Merchan, the Court of Claims. This was sent via email, sent today. Todd Blanche, Esquire, and ADA Joshua Steinglass. Dear counsel, today the court became aware of a comment that was posted on the Unified Court System's public Facebook page, which I now bring to your attention. In the comments, the user, quote, Michael Anderson, unquote, states, quote, my cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you, folks, for all your hard work with a heart, unquote. Now,
how stupid are some people? Don't you realize that if you're a juror, you can't say anything about the case to anyone? Not to your wife of 50 years, not to your daughter, not to your cousin, not anyone. You're not allowed to talk about the case. You're only allowed to talk about the case with your fellow jurors. You can't tell your cousin and just say, oh yeah, just keep it on the down low, don't tell anyone. And he posted to his Facebook page, which could easily be tracked back to the juror. Michael Anderson, okay, does he have any relations to the court? Is there any actual backing behind this random claim? If there is a relation, obviously throw out this case. You can't be doing this because it's clear they already broke the rules. And if they broke that rule, they probably broke many other rules. So in reality, they have no choice but to declare a mistrial. What else are you going to do? You cannot possibly move forward with this case because even if they do move forward with it, Donald Trump could appeal this in a second and get it thrown out. You know this is eating up Alvin Bragg and company. They thought they had Donald Trump dead to rights, but think again. Think again.
Investigation. I only know this much. Remember, Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook. They could find out this Michael Anderson guy who posted this. And all I can say is, if he is the cousin of a juror, Facebook would know. And they could turn over this evidence to Juan Merchan. So Zuckerberg, who's a Democrat, if he finds this is legit, he will bury it and say, we will not look at our users' messages. We will not spy on our users. But if this guy is a fraud and if he's a fake and if this is just a troll, then Zuckerberg will say, we're going to investigate this message, and they'll go back and find and prove that he wasn't a cousin of one of the jurors. That's my theory. It's a weird theory, but I mean, I think it's dead on. This is how these people act. Let's continue.
That's 100% the case. Mark Zuckerberg is not going to do any favors for Donald Trump. And anyone who thinks otherwise just does not know how the world works. Because, what was it, Jack Dorsey on Twitter? He removed accounts that would talk about this, despite the fact that it was all true. All because it hurts Donald Trump. So I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is doing Trump any favors.
The comment, now labeled as 1 week old, responded to a routine UCS notice posted on May 29th, 2024, regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division, unrelated to this proceeding. The posting entitled, quote, the Appellate Division 4th Department will hear oral arguments this morning at 10, unquote. So that was the original post on Facebook, and then that guy commented below. This was before oral arguments were finished. This was before they were supposed to, this whole case was supposed to go down. And the comments are both viewable at, and there's the facebook.com/ in the New York courts. So that's what Juan Merchan sent. This is very truly yours, Juan Merchan, Judge, Court of Claims. So he has signed this official document, and this went out all over the internet. And the first thing we all said is, this is a mistrial. So this is exactly the kind of thing, if proven legit or reasonably legit, that someone was talking about how they were going to rule before they heard all the evidence. This will get thrown out as a mistrial. This is exactly the kind of stuff that a lawyer needs. The prosecution, the defense for Trump is going to be all over this thing, and they could end this whole court case. Trump would no longer be a felon. There would no longer be a sentencing period to go to jail. They would have to retry this whole case, maybe even change venue. And certainly they would go with all new jury. And so we start over, and the defense for Trump would know the exact tactics the prosecution's going to do and do much better. So this is good news. Alvin Bragg is sweating and crying right now in his sleep. Good news for Trump. Once again, fate, God, reality. Anytime the news happens to come out for Trump, I'm celebrating. I'm loving it. I'm dug in exile.
What do you guys think? Do you think that this is actually a cousin of one of the jurors, or is just some random guy speaking on social media looking for some clout, attention, and he's just making up stories? I think it's a cousin, and I think this is God's way of rewarding Donald Trump for staying true to the cause. I think the more good you do in this world, the more good comes back to you. And Donald Trump is just a man trying to do good. These people are evil, nasty people. They want to imprison a man who did nothing wrong, all for the sheer fact that they don't like him, and he actually helps Americans. He actually does the right thing by government and politics, and he cannot be bought. That is so noble and admirable. So I do think this is going to become a mistrial. When will it happen? I don't know. Maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a month or so. Nobody actually knows for sure. But I'll tell you this, if Donald Trump has to be sentenced, I would say I think he deserves to be sentenced to 4 years of community service, because he needs to serve something, you know what I mean? He needs to appeal to that side. So I think 4 years of community service as the president of the United States, I think that'll do the trick. I think that'll do the trick. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, I wish you guys nothing but the best. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash your like, comment, subscribe, and take it easy, y'all. Till next time.